In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 5 real client websites. I'm going to show you how I found the clients, how many pages the projects were, and how much I got paid from each one. So let's get into it. This first website is echohawk.com. This is a law firm. I built their website back in 2019, so this was still pretty early on in my career. I had just started using Webflow, and so I was still new to that platform as well. Luckily, the client found a Webflow template that they really liked, and so we built this website off of a template, and not too much had to be changed as far as design goes. This project was 7 unique pages, and it only took a few weeks to put together. The client was pretty darn easy to work with, and I think the biggest reason for this is they came as a referral, and referral clients are always easier to work with. They're an easier sale. They're more understanding, and I just really enjoy working with those types of clients. So for this website, I only charged $2,000, but the reason that I undercharged for the website is I also talked them into a 6-month SEO contract. So I sold this as kind of a package deal. Now, the additional revenue that came from SEO was $6,036. And I looked back on my messages with them, and if they didn't decide to go with SEO, the website by itself would have been $4,500. So all in all, a great project, a great client, and gave me some great experience. The next website was Roto-Rooter in Pocatello. Now this website also came as a referral, and this worked out really well for me. It ended up leading to a lot of additional projects. But this project was also back in 2019. We used a Webflow template for this, so it was a pretty quick project. There were 5 unique pages, and as you can see here, the design is really simplistic, a lot of white space, so a pretty straightforward project all in all. So for this website, I charged $5,500, but like I mentioned, I received a ton of additional revenue from this project. I designed 2 other landing pages for them, and also offered SEO for over a year. And so all in all, it was an additional $22,400 that I made from this one client. The next website is for Owyhee Environmental. This is another pest control company, and you'll notice that I started to do a lot of these. I kind of carved out my place in this niche of pest control companies. This website was really quick turnaround, just a few weeks. I built it in Webflow from scratch, so we didn't use a template. This was 7 unique pages, and the client pretty much gave me complete freedom to design and do this however I wanted. I think the reason that he was so okay with that is he also came as a referral. He trusted me, and so it was a really straightforward project. For the website, I charged $4,100, and then I also made an additional $3,000 off of a little bit of SEO work and consulting. So this was definitely a very profitable project. This next one is MLMlaw.com. This site was also built back in 2019 using a Webflow template. During this part of my career, I would say most of 2019, I leaned really hard into these Webflow templates and trying to get clients to pick a template to start. And it actually made the projects way easier, saved a ton of time. And these Webflow templates, were only 60, 70 bucks. And so definitely a worthwhile investment. We didn't have to change much of the design. There were 7 unique pages, and the back and forth with this client was a little bit more difficult, mainly just because attorneys are busy and maybe not as good at responding to emails or messages, but we finally got the project done. I charged $5,500 for the website. I didn't make any additional revenue off of this one. I was unable to convince them to move into an SEO campaign, and looking back on this project, I would actually say I almost lost money on this because they had a huge blog that I didn't realize. We had to migrate all of that content over. We had to match the links, do a full migration project, and so it actually took a ton of time. Now, if I would have done enough research before I bid out this project, I would have charged at least an additional $5,000 just for the migration of all of that content. So be aware of those things when you bid out a project. We did this in part 1 of this series, but if you're enjoying this video and you would like to see more videos like this that show you real client projects, just comment the word "more" down below. This last website is mobility123.com. This site was built in 2020. I built it in Webflow, again off of a template. This had 8 unique pages and a really heavy CMS system. So for all of their projects on the website, we had to create a really clear organization, of how they were going to be able to change and update all these products. You'll also see that in the nav, it's a pretty large navigation to help you find the correct categories and products. So it was a pretty heavy lift. Now, this client came from the Webflow Experts program, so I received a notification in my email saying, hey, you've got a lead, reach out to them. And once I hopped on a call with them, it was a pretty easy sale. I sold the website for $5,000, and then over the course of, I think, the next 2 years, I made an additional $23,625 with SEO. So this was a great long-term client. This made me a really big believer in the Webflow Experts program, and I'm really grateful for this client. So adding up all these projects, I made a total of $131,761, which isn't bad for just 5 client projects. So if you have not yet watched part 1 of this series, you can click right up here in the top corner to watch that. And if you would like to learn how to improve your design business to land more clients like this, go to paypro.com to join our private community. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.